All right, what's going on? Another edition of the 2025 NFL Mock Draft Simulator. This is your host, Trey Dalbert. I'm going to be doing the Chiefs now. I'm only doing 3 rounds for the Chiefs just because they have 2 third-round picks, one coming from the L'Jarius Snead trade. Now, I wouldn't say that trade was terrible, but I also wouldn't say that it was great in the sense that probably needed him last year. And, maybe paying Juwan Taylor to suck instead of him, probably a mistake. But again, Brett Veach is just not a good general manager, and I just don't know who needs to hear that. But over and over and over and over again, he's got probably the best coach, second best coach in the league, best quarterback, second best quarterback in the league, and, isn't really good at anything else. So, and we've gone over the mistakes that Veach has made 1,000 times. I mean, that Kansas State pass rusher, he sucks. We can go over up and down the list all you want. But anyway, we'll do the Chiefs. And if Brett Veach was actually a good general manager, he would understand that, maybe building an offensive lineman for his franchise quarterback is probably a good idea. But he doesn't know how to do that. So I think this one's kind of easy, If an offensive lineman falls to us, that would be the preferred path. And there's not a ton of them. There's not a ton of intriguing projects later. So we got to make sure we get our offensive line. Left tackle is a problem. Right tackle is a problem. So we need 2 tackles. I want to try to leave this draft with 2 tackles. So that's the plan here for today. They are flying off the board. They are flying off the board. Okay, so we are up. Wow. I'd rather have 36. We're going to have to do that. So, yeah, we're going to have to do that. We can go ahead and take this. If you can throw in that would be awesome. Okay. How about a 7? Sure. There you go, Jacksonville. And they traded it. Okay, whatever, man. All right. Well, here we go. Yeah, we can't do that. All right, so we have pick 63 too. We're going to go ahead and take our guy, Josh Connerly. Connerly comes in. He's going to be our starting left tackle. Box checked. I know they signed a guy from San Francisco this offseason. He's not a real starter. That's not solving our problem. We have to leave this draft with 2 tackles, especially if Kingsley's going to play left guard. I franchised Trey Smith. I got Creed Humphrey at center. I need a left tackle, and I sure as fuck need a new right tackle. And I can't move on from the right tackle because I'm paying him too much money, but I can at least try to draft and develop him. So Connerly's our pick, and we'll see who's there at 63. Again, this is as straightforward of a draft as it gets for the Chiefs. And I'm not even moving. I'm keeping this tab open. We are keeping the offensive line tab open. Who's there at 63? All right, we're up. Looks like Emory Jones is a good bet for me. Emory Jones. By the way, he played right tackle at LSU. I think this makes a lot of sense. Our current right tackle, Juwan Taylor, he is horrible. He doesn't even play tackle, by the way. He just lines up in the backfield and cheats on every snap. So I don't know why refs don't call him from work. He should get flagged on every fucking snap, but the refs just feel bad for him at this point, and it's Chiefs, and they're just going to let him get away with it. Regardless, we still need a tackle. So there we go. We got 2 tackles, and if Brett Veach does nothing else, he should at least do those 2 things. All right. It's actually not a bad offer. We'll sit tight on that one. Actually, there's nobody I'm dying to have. And honestly, the way these fucking idiot Chiefs draft, they should probably do trades like this to collect more shit. So, yeah, there we go. Okay, so we picked up a next year's 3rd. We moved down some spots. We got 85 now. Liking the way this is going. No complaints here. All right. What are we going to be left with? Okay. Well, I'm not going to do that because I'm only doing 3 rounds. And then we pick again at 95. And our guy, Elijah Arroyo's there. And guess what? Travis Kelce, you know, this could be his last year. Sounds like a great pickup to me. And then what else do we want to do for pick 95? We have no trades. Okay, so how about the defense a little bit? That'd probably be a priority. We got a weapon. We do need a running back, but there's 1,000 of them. So, again, we're only doing 3 rounds. We can run through this. The Chiefs absolutely should pick a running back at some point. Wide receiver-wise, I think they're okay. Maybe if you want to use one later, that's fine. You got to build up this offensive line. Defense-wise, could we use an upgrade? Absolutely. Deion Walker's hilarious. Yay. This is a pick your poison pick here, honestly. Probably best served going defense. I mean, the guy that I like the most. Do they need a linebacker? Why don't we just go? We'll just go. I probably, again, I'm going to make this clear. I probably wouldn't use this pick here, but since it's the Chiefs, we're going to do it. Deion Walker is very, very interesting. Very, very interesting in terms of, dude, that dude is a monster. In terms of, like, actual talent, he can't bend his knees for worth a shit. But if we could put him next to Chris Jones, maybe we have something. So, yeah, I think that's actually about as best as you're going to do if you're the Chiefs. We picked up more draft ammo. We picked up a 2. We picked up a 3. We still get our left tackle. We got our right tackle. We got our Travis Kelce replacement. And we even got somebody along the defensive line. The rest of the draft, maybe you take one receiver. Maybe you take, yeah, I mean, they should definitely take a running back. And then after that, you're just filling out your defense. That's your Chiefs draft. Let me know what you think.